Nithyananda. Internationally, it is recognized that a media channel, which is disseminating information to the mass, is expected to follow five basic elements, starting from being truth and accuracy, independence, fairness and impartiality, accountability, and humanity, to say the least. But unfortunately, many media houses, including the Ruetir channel, seems to fail miserably in this. And this video is in response to the recent article from the channel called Ruetir's.
Yes, we do acknowledge that media plays a very crucial role in spreading the right information to people and forming the right opinions and conclusions to people. But it's alarming to see media channels spreading hate speech, media's unethical stance, and systematic disinformation campaign
and perpetuating further persecution to our already marginalized indigenous Hindu communities that are represented by KAILASA.
There are always two sides to every story, and it is important that the media, which plays the crucial role of spreading the opinions amongst people, does the basic fact check, presenting both the sides of the story and letting the readers, the viewers, each of us come to the right conclusions.
Absolutely, and it's so unfortunate that till date, none of these media houses even contacted us or attempted to contact us.
And we strongly condemn any such Hindu-phobic, racist, lawfare and disinformation systematically perpetrated through such articles, which, as history has shown, is a weapon that the imperial races had perpetrated transnationally for thousands of years.
This fundamental human right has why you name calling us and misrepresenting us and spreading the hatred, disinformation, claiming falsely that KAILASA is fake, shows what a racist, Hindu-phobic, atrocity material generation is being done by this media house, and we strongly condemn this. This media house is directly attacking the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism with so many false claims, allegations, accusations, and abuses.
What is this about calling the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism fugitive? Firstly, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is not a fugitive. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivoham, is persecuted solely for the purpose. He is standing up for Hinduism, unapologetically being the voice for 2 billion of us Hindus.
The persecution is so severe, his basic fundamental human rights have been denied, which is well documented with a plethora of evidence.
No international body, including the Interpol, has ever called Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, a fugitive. In fact, Interpol rejected any request to issue any notices for the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivoham, based on the evidence that was presented to them. This clearly establishes that the statements made by Ruetir falsely accusing the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism are baseless and frivolous. More than 10 years ago, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was exonerated by the US court. Not just that, the court also fined the false victim nearly $500,000 in fine. The omission of such an important fact, where the US court has exonerated the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by the media channel, reflects journalistic non-integrity. False accusations are strong indicators of journalistic non-integrities of the authors, the editors and the publishers, including the Ruetir channel. In addition to all of this, Many world-renowned in human rights advocates like the King's Counsel, Mr. Jeffrey Robertson, have given independent reports and legal opinions attesting to the fact the allegations on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism are all false.
By the repetitive use of words like fake country, Reuters, you are brutally denying the very existence of Kailasa, and doing so you're denying the very purpose and the need of Kailasa. Hindus have been orphaned through centuries of persecution. By your denial, you're denying that very persecution, the colonization and the brutal Holocaust that the Hindus have faced for centuries together.
We strongly condemn this racist, Hindu-phobic article's disinformation that is spread by channels like Reuters. This article manipulates the facts and claims that Kailasa duped the Paraguay officials
without any obligation to contribute. Completely selflessly, Kailasa has contributed over 5 million PYG worth of medical aid to support the people in the said local community of Paraguay.
And this is just one of the various other initiatives that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has set forth to contribute to the humanity.
Fundamentally, Kailasa is a humanitarian services-based nation. And this aid is not collected, gathered through taxes like how many other established nations are. But instead, it is raised through the sheer hard work, immense sacrifices of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivoham, and the contributions of the hardworking individuals of the persecuted minority indigenous community who see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's hard work, relentless sacrifice and the unshakable commitment towards the mission.
Kailasa is real. Kailasa is recognized international body and has established bilateral relations and has not scammed anyone. Organizations and institutions representing Kailasa have established diplomatic relations with many cities, states, constituencies, municipalities around the world, bridging cultures, encouraging interreligious dialogue, and continuing our Hindu-based humanitarian services to promote global peace through better understanding of diverse cultures.
It's really unfortunate that the Hindu-phobic, racist articles, media such as the Ruetir, does not even want to acknowledge or even look into the basic fundamental facts or see what Kailasa has not just committed, what it has already delivered.
Changing lives every single day, making a difference to the people in need.
We would like to put an end, a full stop, to this continuous, relentless persecution and attack on Kailasa, attack on the Hindus, the indigenous minority Hindu communities.
And we call upon the Reuters channel to publish an official apology for spreading hate speech, disinformation, Hindu-phobic, racist articles.